Hey Cake, it's Tuesday. So today I'm talking to you about LA. I had two experiences in LA recently. The first was for my human diversity assignment. I had to take the bus into LA and go to two locations and maneuver my way around. The second was with my parents over President's Day, where we actually had a car. Now, I'm not trying to bag on LA because LA is really an amazing city. There are so many different things you can do. Between those two trips, I saw the Bradley Building, which is in the end of 500 Days of Summer. It has been called a fairy tale of mathematics, and really the only reason that the architect agreed to sign on to the project was because of an experience with a Ouija board, so it has a pretty awesome history. I went to the Museum of Tolerance, the African American Museum, and the Japanese American Museum. I saw two bells while I was there, which reminded me of our road trip ladies. Obviously, there are a lot of bad things about LA. It's smoggy, which makes for great sunsets, but not so good for the air. There is so much traffic all the time. I guess the difference between the two experiences was that in one I had a car and was a member of extreme privilege, and in the other I was one of the masses trying to figure out the extreme confusion of the bus system. I mean, LA is just a weird city in and of itself. There's so many freeways, there's so much traffic, there's so many cars all the time. It's like they just took every freeway in the entire world, put it in a bowl, scrambled it up, and then put it that way on the map, and you just have to find your way around. So doing that in the car was hard enough, but doing it in the buses is sometimes next to impossible. You have no idea where the transfers happen. You have no idea what bus will take you where. Through 8 different buses, it took me 8 hours to go 60 miles. Riding the buses is a very odd experience because there is such a stigma to it in LA. If you are riding the buses in so many other parts of the country, and even parts of the state, it's not a big deal. Everyone takes public transportation. But here, to say that you don't have a car and to say that you're taking the bus places, it demeans you in a lot of people's eyes. The LA City bus system does not lend itself to people. You can definitely tell when you get to LA because as soon as you get on an LA City bus, you are crowded around tons of people. No one gets a seat, and even the seats that you get are not comfortable or nice. They don't announce the stops, and it's a marked difference from the more local buses that we take in Azusa, which are much bigger and much nicer and much newer and much less crowded. There are so many different kinds of buses. They all cost different amounts. They go all over the place, and their routes are constantly changing because they're reducing the budget for the bus system all the time. I don't know if I really have a point or a conclusion that I've come to about LA. It's a really awesome city, but it has some serious problems. The whole experience just reminded me how much discrepancy there is between privilege in the United States. As soon as you get on the bus in LA, you're invisible and you don't matter. I'm sorry this was so sprawling and all over the place. See you tomorrow, Nellie. P.S. I went to Berkeley this weekend and I got a hair wrap and I got my light ears pierced. Do you like them?